Alright, so Jessica came home today and was like, "Make me food! No!" And I was like, okay. So, time to appease an angry sister using food. Alright, so we're making kind of an improvised curry because speed is of the essence so that we do not get slayed, as it were. So we're going to start by chopping up all of our stuffs here, and we're also going to put some oil in the pan. So if you've got any sort of problem with me chopping on the stove, I would agree that, chopping on the stove is a bad idea unless, you're lazy, in which case it's probably still a bad idea. Now, because the potatoes take the longest to cook, at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and turn on our oil. Because we just put it in there earlier, we didn't actually turn it on. So we're going to put it on like high. We're going to grab the potatoes. We're going to just drop them in there right now. When it starts sizzling a bit, you're going to want to turn them probably down to like medium-ish. But we're starting the potatoes now just so that they'll be done by the time everything else is done. We're going to do the onion next. And for the onion, we're going to use the Insta-Chop. And then we're going to go ahead and add the onions. Just that way so that they can cook together nice and well. And the potatoes get a bit of an oniony flavour. Also, you'll note that I only did a half an onion, and that was just due to the size of the onion. If you've got a really small onion, you can do the full size onion, but I recommend doing half if you've got a larger onion. I'm just going to point at these, whereupon they fall into literal pieces on the plate there. Now, these potatoes and onions have been cooking this whole time, and you can hear that good nice sizzle. This is about the point in time where I'd add just a little bit of water to them to ensure that they get cooked a little more evenly, because you'll note that some of them, like the edges, are starting to get a little crispy, and that's okay, but the water helps them have a more even, thorough cooking. A little bit smattering of hot sauce, a sprinkling of salt, a dab, as it were, of Worcestershire sauce. A bit of garlic is also recommended. You can use fresh garlic. I use the pre-minced kind just because it saves me effort. And then you're also going to want to add just a bit of cumin and a even smaller bit of cinnamon. And this helps it to have kind of that rich, robust flavour we're looking for. I forgot to mention, throwing some yellow mustard in there is a great idea as well. I'm also going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar and some raw honey. Clover specifically. Raw clover honey. 100% guaranteed to be raw and clover. Yeah. Now this is also the point in time where I'd go ahead and add the apples. I don't add the apples any sooner than this, simply because you don't want them really that much cooked, because they lose a lot of their flavour if you cook them too long. You want them soft, but still with full flavour, if you will. So this will be actually really pretty good. I'm going to let them cook a little bit like this, and then I'm going to add probably the rest of my water. So, when your apples are slightly softer than, say, rocks, but just a little bit harder than, say, marshmallows, that's when you know they're, like, perfect. At that point, you're going to add just your tiny bit more of water to get that to cool down slightly. The reason why you want that to cool down slightly, is not, in fact, because you want it cold, but it's because you don't want to burn the secret ingredient. The secret ingredient, in this case, is going to be some more of that plain yogurt. And it'll give it this nice, creamy, sort of curry-esque texture. Now, if you've got coconut milk, that works really great. If you've got heavy cream, that works great. You can even get the same effect if you're using milk instead of your water. It's just a lot easier to burn it, and I personally don't like burning my milk too much. That yogurt, so good. And there we have it, a product of the USA, 100% gluten-free, also vegan. So we're just going to take this right over here and say, hey Jessica, are you sufficiently appeased?
Yes.
The great angry Jessica has been appeased. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.